My friend, his name is Jaden McGrew. He plays the game probably every day, literally every day. I call him Bug. But I'm not going to tell him. So, of course, it's going to be really cool just for him to see me out there. And I'll probably get a lot of FaceTime calls from a lot of the homies back home. So.
All right, last one for you. Now that NBA 2K26 is here, you have a checklist of to-dos in the game? Any My Player builds you're working on?
You know, this year, 2K25, I made a My Player build, and I made it from scratch. And I wanted to see if I could make it to where the comp is myself, and I was able to do that. So that's going to be the thing that I'll probably check off the list. Maybe I'll do a big man and see if I can.
Up next, the Bucks taking on the Lakers. For Milwaukee, tonight is a tough task. But in front of a raucous home crowd cheering them on, anything can happen. Lakers, Bucks, the NBA on 2K Sports. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg joining me courtside with our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. And now the Lakers starting group. We've got Jake LaRavia. Jones is out there with Jared Vanderbilt. Then there's Doncic, and it's Rain Man in at the 2 spot. And for the Bucks, Portis will function as the pivot with Antetokounmpo by his side. Dalton Connect is out there with Rollins, and it's Moore in at the 3 spot. We know these two teams rack up the assists. Greg, they pride themselves on playing unselfish basketball.
Yeah, both sides preach player and ball movement, getting everyone involved. It makes both teams that much more difficult to defend.
And it's going to be Los Angeles off the tip. Pass to Vanderbilt. Here's Rain Man. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. On the wing, Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
Luka with so many physical gifts. Taking flight right there.
Here's Rollins. 23 points his last outing. And it's Connect in the corner. No good from outside. And when you think about the greatest players, Clark, in Bucks history, it comes down to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, I think that's where the list probably starts and ends. I mean, both of those guys led the Bucks to championship seasons and multiple MVP awards as well. But it's hard for me to say this, but maybe Giannis has a slight edge over Kareem. He's the all-time leader in points, rebounds, assists, and blocks for the Bucks.
And here is Doncic after the three-pointer from Bobby Portis. And it's good, 2 points.
Another great pass from Doncic. You pretty much expect him to tally double-digit assists every game.
Puts up a 3. Connect. No good.
That's another miss. Already they've missed 3 out of 4 to start.
Count it. Good.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Rollins the pass to Portis. Good work defensively by Jones.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
I was able to spend a few minutes with Doc Rivers. I asked him what lessons he's learned from studying tape on Luka Doncic, and Coach told me, well, one thing is you can't force him into anything. Luka plays at the pace that he wants to play at and goes where he wants to go on the floor. But we can try and take away his options, and that should present some obstacles for him. Kevin?
All right, Allie, thank you.
As he often does, he gets to the rim, but that's just stellar defense.
And the basket by Jones.
That is good offense, unselfish play.
Bucks trail by 8, and the Bucks decide to take their first time out here. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance. That's why their offense looks so good in that one.
Well, I think it was a combination of things, quite honestly, but the defense didn't really offer them a challenge all night. I agree with that.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Njai checked in. Irving comes in for Vanderbilt. Jackson, he's checked in for Jake LaRavia. And it's Kobe White in for Doncic. Down low, Simons. Good D by Irving. Lakers leading by 8. Pass to Jackson. Here's Rain Man. Back to White. Beyond the arc. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
An efficient score. Kobe White effective with or Greg without the ball in his hands.
And that's a rare quality. A guard who can break you down off the bounce, but also willing to give it up and then zip to an open spot. It just makes him so difficult to defend.
Now here's White. Following the miss by Giannis Antetokounmpo. White the pass to Irving. Here's Rain Man. Lets the three fly. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Points for Rain Man.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing. Well, they count on big-time production from him at the offensive end.
Outside, White. Pass to Rain Man. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Now here's Turner. Scoreless thus far. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open. Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now. And, you know, I'm not quite sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave somebody like him uncovered.
Rain Man with the bucket.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
And, you know, that involves pounding it inside, getting as many points as you can right at the rim. That demoralizes a team.
And so it's Los Angeles in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Lakers?
Their chemistry. That's what really stood out so far in this one to me. Look at the number of assists they've been able to rack up so far.
And another key for them tonight, attacking the basket. Taking it right to the hoop, never a bad idea.
They've got Turner. Dalton Connect is out there with Portis, and it's Westbrook in at the two-guard spot. So that's who Milwaukee starts the second with. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Hey guys, Rain Man in their last game against Memphis was simply terrific. He dropped 35 points, and as always, a lot of those points came in bunches of 3. It was a performance that will stick with the fans for a long time. Let's see what he has in store for us in this one.
Great stuff, Allie. We thank you. In stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
For sure, and draws so much defensive attention that it opens up opportunities for others.
Rain Man with the bucket.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Pass to connect. And with the trend, Greg, toward a faster pace, do you miss watching those grinded-out half-court battles that enthralled millions during the Jordan era?
Well, I miss playing more than anything, but as far as watching, the game for me is as good as it's ever been.
Rollins checked in for Milwaukee. Vanderbilt's checked in for the Lakers. Marcus Smart comes in for Rain Man. The Bucks have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Vanderbilt against Portis. Outside Westbrook. Pass to Rollins. And Jones pulls it down.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is.
And we've got a lineup change here for the Lakers. 1:03 left here in the second. Here's Njai. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Rain Man. 35 points for him last game against the Grizzlies in Memphis. And there it is for him.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
And he gets the bucket. Giannis has got 8 points.
His size and length and touch make Giannis one of the best finishers in the paint.
Rain Man passes to Jackson. 24 seconds left in the first half of the game. Rain Man with the bucket. Rain Man's got 6 here in this quarter.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches who used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
Giannis, that's a 2-pointer. 2 points, that one goes. 10 points for him.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
And so it's Los Angeles in complete command. Their lead at 28 points going into the break. Their defense has been active and effective. And we'll be right back after this. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. It's been a clinic out there by Rain Man.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
And on the floor for J.J. Redick as we get into the second half. Jones is out there with Jared Vanderbilt. Then it's Jake LaRavia. Then it's Rain Man. And it's Doncic in at the 1 spot.
One of his specialties on display there. A nifty lead pass.
Rollins against Doncic. The shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. The 3-pointer off the mark.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thank you, guys. Well, the Bucks want to capitalize on their bigs. Coach Doc Rivers said, one advantage we have is our size, and the slower the game gets, the bigger we get. So taking opponents out of transition, making it a half-court game, allows us to be a big basketball team. Back to you guys.
Leveraging all that size. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report. The great Giannis Antetokounmpo, Clark, winning that 2021 title felt like the final hurdle for him.
Yeah, I think it was a capstone achievement. It was the one thing he hadn't done. I mean, he won back-to-back MVPs in his mid-20s. He was already a Defensive Player of the Year award winner, too. The Larry O'Brien Trophy was the last piece in the puzzle of a future Hall of Famer.
Milwaukee shooting their first free throws here tonight.
Not really where you'd like to be as a team in terms of free throw shooting, just about 73%.
It's something they've been working very hard to correct and to change. I mean, they know how important it is to fix that inability at the free throw line.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good.
Well, Connect started his NBA journey at a community college, grew 3 inches while he was there, eventually transferred to a major program and turned himself into a first-round pick.
And the Bucks making a change here. Turner's checked in. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
Look, we saw Dalton Connect build out his game, round it out in college, and he's doing the same thing here in the association, getting better every year.
Got that bucket in no time at all. Doncic has got 9.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Milwaukee shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And GA, you look at all these great European players. Some saying that youth development in the U.S. could emulate aspects of what they're doing overseas in their systems.
Well, it's already going in that direction. Youngsters able to, in essence, go pro from their early teens. But the academies they've set up over there, they are, no doubt, intriguing.
Lakers working the ball around now. Here's Rain Man. And another 3 for the Lakers.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
Doncic with the steal. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Luka is a massive guard. He can do damage inside just as easily as outside.
Over in the corner, Portis. Connects from 3-point range. Portis has got his second bucket tonight.
You know, he's been fairly productive, but it's going to take more, either from him or somebody else.
Let's send it over to the sideline for some news on Kobe White. Allie?
Hey guys, I chatted briefly with the head athletic trainer for the Lakers. The ankle is very tender. They've wrapped it on ice to try and reduce the swelling, but very little weight can be put on it at this time. The training staff has cleared him, and I'm told he wants to play through this. He's a big part of this title contending team, and he's not willing to let them down. Back to you guys.
Allie, thanks as always. We appreciate the report.
Yeah, you know, it's not easy to maintain an NBA body. It takes tremendous dedication and work, and that's why every team has an expert training staff. They're always available and always doing yeoman's work in helping these guys be ready to perform.
No one near Turner as he lets it go. Drains the three-pointer. Turner's got his first 3 points of the game. Rain Man passes to LaRavia. To the paint, here's Rain Man. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic. Doncic has got assist number 5 here tonight.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Pass to Portis. 6 on the shot clock. Connect with a wide-open look. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
And their lasers are starting to do their thing. I mean, that's going to be the ticket for them the rest of the way.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Boy, I like the disposition and attitude since halftime. They're patiently looking for good shots.
It's Connect on the wing. And another 3 for Milwaukee.
And that's Connect's biggest weapon offensively. He's a knockdown three-point shooter.
Pass to Rain Man. Here's the killer two-handed slam.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something.
He is delivering a lot of room service dimes tonight. One sweet one after another.
Here's Connect. Nailed from three-point land. Connect's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
You know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Bucks have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Pass to Moore from downtown. Rebounded by the Lakers. When this game is done, they'll be off to Chicago as they take on the Bulls. Turner with the steal. And so it's Los Angeles, up by 33 points as the buzzer sounds. A huge lead for them. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We come back right after this. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
That's right. I mean, that's not his primary duty, but when the situation calls for it, he can do it and does it well.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Miles Turner. Then it's Connect. And it's Westbrook in at the point. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. Smart passes to Njai. 5 to shoot. And there's the foul. And it's on Taurean Prince. That's his first foul.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
Milwaukee has gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it, 9 times they've missed. Guarded by Prince, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And then the young fella busts out the slick move inside to get open for the jam.
Greg, that was sick and slick. The D had no chance.
Yeah, he was one step ahead of him the entire way.
And the basket by Njai.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Well, constantly finding lanes to the basket, getting great looks inside.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Kuzma. And the 3 off target. Left side Jackson. Prince kicks to Smart. Back to Prince. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. On the wing, Irving. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Smart's got 3 assists in the game. And so Westbrook will bring it up for Milwaukee. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Goes up and lays it nice and easy. 16 points for Dalton Connect.
And it doesn't take much for Connect to find his rhythm. And once he does, he is relentless in his attack.
Prince finds Irving. Hey, Clark, we know resistance training is something pretty much every player does. Is that prevalent back in the 80s when you played?
That's 4 decades ago, Kevin, and it wasn't as prevalent as it is now. I mean, it's commonplace, and kids get exposed to the benefits of weight training and strength training for any sport, but particularly basketball, at a much earlier age now. So it's part of who they are once they get to the college level and then on to the NBA. But the core strengthening, the stability work of that area between your knees and your sternum, the middle of your chest, boy, that type of work has made a huge difference and would have made a great difference, I think, in my career had it been as prevalent as it is now.
And they pick up 2. Irving's got 4 this quarter. 1:52 left in the fourth quarter. For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. And Westbrook gets it to go on the assist by Turner.
And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
Now here's Jackson. Pass to Enja. And here's Smart, 6 to shoot. Basket good. Smart's got his first basket of the night.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength
For the Lakers.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so checking out the record for these guys tonight will mark win number 37 for them on the year.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And that next meeting will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a 2-game season series. I think the next game will be hotly contested.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Rain Man.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
And the Lakers can just let the clock run down here. Smart deciding where to go with it. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is.